Hello viewers, you're welcome to the Smart Student Academy. This is your channel if you are a student aiming at scoring straight A's in your final examinations. This is the arena for champions who will settle for nothing less than pure academic excellence. Come with us as we show you the strategies you need to achieve your academic ambitions. If you are preparing for the West African Senior School Certificate Examination in English Language, this video is for you. It is titled, The Structure and Contents of the WAEC English Language Examination. This is the first among a series of videos on WAEC English Language on this channel, all packaged to guide you through the structure and the type of contents usually tested in English language papers at WAEC level. It consists of paper 1, paper 2, and paper 3. I shall follow the following formats to make myself very clear to you. Number 1, I shall reveal to you what is being tested in each paper. And number 2, what the examiners expect of you. And number 3, practical advice to help you succeed. Therefore, I advise you to pay close attention as we start with paper 1. Paper 1. Paper 1 is an objective or multiple choice question paper. It usually has about 60 questions and it tests 3 main areas, which are 1. Grammar, 2. Vocabulary, and 3. Lexis and structure. This objective question test usually covers the following specific items. 1. Synonyms, that is, words with the same meaning. 2. Antonyms, words opposite in meaning. For these two, synonyms and antonyms, you can take time to study them from a dictionary of synonyms and antonyms. They are available for sale in bookshops. You can also download them from online library using some online applications. Number 3, idioms. These are groups of words whose meaning is different from the literal meaning of individual words in a statement. It is an expression whose meaning is different or separate from the meaning of its component words. Number 4, sentence completion. This type of question requires you to supply the right and appropriate missing word, phrase, or clause to a given sentence to make the sentence complete, meaningful, and grammatically correct. Number 5, error recognition. Here you are presented with a sentence with one part containing a grammatical or lexical or even structural error, and you are required to identify the error by spotting any violation of grammar rules, wrong word choices or punctuation, or spelling mistakes. Number 6, comprehension related items. These are questions aimed at assessing how well you understand, interpret, and respond to what you have read in a passage. Comprehension related items are used to test your ability to spot answers directly from the passage before you, or make an inference, or show your understanding of words or expression in a passage, or again do a critical evaluation of what you have read and then agree or disagree with the writer's point of view. Number 7, your ability to recognize correct forms, such as correct form of verbs, spellings, phrase, tenses, and so on. And number 8, meaning and appropriate word structure. This aspect is how to test your knowledge of the meaning of words, the use of the appropriate words or correct registers based on usage in different fields of specialization, and so on. Now, let's look at some examples of these objective questions. Number 1, grammar. Here, you are tested on correct sentence formation and the rules of English language. For example, a question may ask, thus, neither are they nor his friends dash going. And you are required to supply the right answer. Either you are given the options or not. The correct answer here is are, not is. The examiner wants to know whether you understand subject-verb agreement. Here, the verb must agree with the subject closest to it, and that is the word friends. Look at the question again. Neither are they nor his friends are going. You see that friends is that subject closest to the position of that verb are. So the verb must agree with that subject. That is why the answer is are and not is. Number 2, vocabulary. You may be asked to choose the nearest in meaning or the opposite of a given word. For example, the man was jubilant. The options include sad, angry, joyful, tired. And the correct answer is joyful. That is the word that is closest in meaning to the word jubilant. Number 3, lexis and structure. These questions focus on idioms, collocations, and appropriate word choice. For example, he was advised to toe the dash line. The correct completion is the word party, which made the sentence become, he was advised to toe the party line. What is my advice to you? My advice to you is this: to do well in paper 1, do the following. Read widely, practice past questions, pay close attention to the rules of English usage, and you shall be fine. Now, let's look at paper 2. Paper 2. Paper 2 has 3 sections, which are essay section, section A, comprehension section, that's section B, and section C, summary. This paper 2 is more detailed, and it examines your ability to express yourself in writing. Let's take each section now. Section A, essay writing. Under this section, you will be asked to write one essay from about 5 choices. And the types include narrative essays. This involves telling a story, such as an unexpected visitor. That can be an example of a topic under narrative essay. 2, descriptive essay. This involves painting a picture with words. For instance, describe your school on a busy day. 3, argumentative essays. This involving taking a stand on an issue. E.g., should mobile phones be allowed in schools? That's a question you have to respond to. Then comes expository essays. This involves explaining a topic such as causes of poor performance in examinations. And again, we have functional writing. This involves writing of letters, both formal and informal letters, writing of speeches, articles to be published in papers, reports, debates, and dialogues. Now, let's look at what is being tested in this essay paper. Number 1, creativity. Your creativity is being tested. This is your ability to use your own imagination to produce a novel or new idea, to tell a new story, or write a script in simple, clear, and correct English language. Number 2, coherence. This is about being able to arrange your ideas in a logical sequence, where each new idea in one paragraph flows naturally from the previous idea and link into the next one. That is, putting first things first and every idea in their proper position or orderly arrangement. Another thing being tested is organization. This relates to your ability to put your ideas in an order in which there is no disjoint between your ideas, but rather making sure that each one, that is, each idea flows naturally from the previous one and also get properly joined or knitted together with the next ones. Then comes tests on your expression. This is about being able to put your ideas in simple, correct, well-punctuated sentences using the correct forms of tenses, either past, present, or future tense, as may be required. Another area being tested is mechanics of writing. The examination is about to test your ability to follow all the rules of English language in your writing. You agree with me, there are so many rules that govern the language of English. Your ability to obey the rules relating to subject-verb agreement while you are writing, relating to usage of singular and plural forms of word where appropriate, correct punctuations, paragraphing, use of capital letters to begin a sentence, to write proper names, and other forms of usage. Your ability to obey all these basic rules of language constitutes what we call mechanics of writing. Now, let's look at examiner's expectation. What does the examiner expect from you from this section A of paper 2? That's the essay section. They expect that your essay must be well organized, clear, and grammatically correct. Use paragraphs properly. Avoid slangs. Remember, you are not talking to your friends or your colleagues at work or in school. And make sure you stick to the word limit. Usually, about 450 words limit are imposed on candidates. Don't write too little. Make sure you write just about 450 words. Let's move on to section B of paper 2, that is comprehension. Under the comprehension section, you will be given a passage followed by some questions. The aim is to test your understanding of that passage placed before you, your ability to interpret information found within the passage, and sometimes your ability to make correct inference and meaning beyond what is directly written in the passage. What is my advice to you to do well in section B, that's comprehension of paper 2? This is my advice. Always read the passage carefully before answering. Don't be in a rush. Write your answers in full sentences, not in single words or phrases. Make your answers in full sentences, unless the question says otherwise. Avoid lifting whole sentences from the passage. Don't lift. Paraphrase, use your own words. Instead of lifting whole sentences from the passage, use your own words as much as possible. And lastly, do not bring in any idea that is external to what is written inside the passage in front of you. Everything expected of you is to be found within that passage and that passage alone. Not something you know before about the topic being talked about. You now bring it in. No. That will make you go astray. Now we come to section C of paper 2. That is the summary section. Here, a passage is presented to candidates to extract key points and present them concisely. I repeat myself. This passage is given to you just to extract key points and present them concisely. That is it. This section tests your ability to identify main ideas, to make paraphrase or a paraphrase of the main ideas, and organize your thoughts briefly. Well, in order to guide you properly, there is a simple formula I want to give you, which you should follow anytime you encounter a passage on summary. And this is it. Listen carefully, please. Identify the main points or ideas. Leave out illustrations and examples. All illustrations and examples are not part of your summary, please. Only the main ideas. Furthermore, rewrite the main point using your own words as much as possible. That is paraphrasing. Don't lift statement from the passage at all. And make sure in the process of paraphrasing, you do not lose any of the main facts. After drafting your answer, read through it again and compare what you have written with what the main points in the original passage is. This is to be sure that what you have written and what the passage is saying are the same. Furthermore, correct your answer if necessary. Make necessary adjustments, but make sure you work within the limits or the number of words or sentences imposed on you. Usually there is a clause saying, present so and so in not more than 3 sentences. Don't go and use 4 sentences, please. Or in no more than 20 words. You can even count the number of words or sentences you have used in order to make sure that your answer does not violate that imposition. I mean that you should make sure you do not go or exceed the word limit. Now, we are through with section A, B, and C of paper 2. Let's now look at the last paper, paper 3, which is about orals. This is the test of your spoken English. It checks your knowledge of sounds, stress, and intonation. Let's take them one by one. Sound identification. You may be asked to choose a word that has a different vowel or consonant sounds. For example, look at these words: beat, sit, C, and B. The odd one out among them is sit, because it has a different vowel sound. Number 2, word stress. Under word stress, you may be asked to identify the syllable that carries the stress. For example, in the word development, the stress is on the second syllable, which I've written in capital letter for you to clearly see it. Development. Look at the word development. That second syllable carries the stress. Number 3, intonation and sentence stress. You may be tested on the rise and fall of the voice in sentences, especially in questions or statements. You might have noticed that when questions are being asked, most often the intonation rises. For instance, are you there? Is the answer correct? You can see a rising intonation, which usually accompany asking of questions. But when you answer to questions, the intonation most often usually fall. For example, I am not available. I was not there. Take note of that. What is my advice to you? To excel under paper 3, text of oral, you must listen to good models of English. Listen to good newscasters, especially on BBC radio. Listen to your teachers or audio recordings in Queen's English. What I mean is English spoken by the native speakers of the language. Practice pronouncing words clearly and correctly. Before we round off finally, please hit the subscribe and like buttons and share the link with your friends and other students like you. Be your brother's keeper. Be free to explore this channel for other academic videos. We have plenty of them and new ones are constantly being uploaded. And like I told you at the beginning of this video discussion, this is just the first of the series of videos on English language. On this channel, you will find other videos treating each aspect that we have mentioned in the above discussion, one after the other. So I have dedicated a video each to each small aspect of this WAEC English paper, so that you have a deeper understanding. This is just a broad overview of what to expect in WAEC English language. This is my closing remarks. WAEC English language tests your ability to use English effectively in writing, in reading, and in speech. Paper 1 focuses on your knowledge of grammar and vocabulary, as we have seen, while paper 2 tests your writing skills, comprehension, and ability to summarize. Paper 3 assesses your spoken English. Please, don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye for now.